All right, welcome back. So let's write our second command. We've done a Flask new. Let's now do a Flask make view. So this is kind of the core part of the package. So Flask make view does exactly what it says. It makes a view, which is an HTML page, and it follows a couple conventions. So I typically do use um, I use plurals when I'm working with my views. So like example mains, and it will follow a dot convention. So if I want a structured thing, like if I want posts and then comments, and then a comment may have an image in it, then I would do posts dot comments dot images. Um, let's do a very simple example with no dots. Let's suppose we wanted an about page for our company. So in the terminal, we will do flask make view about. And when we run this command, what we're going to see is a new HTML page. So there it is, successful, created a new view, added view file at, and then we can click right here. That's what I love about VS Code is you can just click and then you go straight to the file. Notice where the file is. It is, let me minimize these, it's under app, templates, and then it's not under mains. It's hanging out here by itself. I wonder if we can go there. So if I go here into my URL, I can type in about, and let's just make sure that it's, okay. So right now we are getting a 404 error. Probably if you come over here, you're getting a 404 error saying I don't know what that page is. All right, so how can we wire this up, which would require us to have a route into routes, and we go in here. We would need a route that said about, and we probably need some logic and a controller that told us what template to render, and then whatever other logic we would stick kind of in here, where we would say, we'll go to the database and get these things and manipulate them this way. Okay, so let's delete this one for right now. We'll just delete that. All right, and then let's go back and we'll connect up our controller and our route. And we'll do it exactly like this. Flask make view. We're going to do an about. We're going to have a route at about, and we're going to use the controller that was already there, mains controller. So I'm just going to copy this, paste it here. All right, so let's see what happens when I run this command. Oh, look at that. File got edited. We already had a main controller. And notice, let's pull this up. This is singular. And Pascal case or Apple Camel case, I always put controller at the end of the word for a controller. The route is exactly the about. Oh, look at that. We have an actual page that's not a 404 now. So I'll bet you if we go down here and we look at the template and look at about, look, tests are not written for code you have. There it is. Tests are not written for code you have. It's just some random blurb here, but we can change it. So we can say hi, dot, 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 dash, 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 save the file, and there it is. So we wired this up with kind of a rather long command, flask make view, and then it was the about, which is the name of this file, the route, so that's this up here, and then the controller where to put it. If we kind of, I don't want people to have to keep going back to the documentation. I wanted this to be a very natural way of doing things. So what I did is I made these flags. So there are flags for what we just put, which is the controller and the route. And it will infer basically what to do based on what view you have given it. So let's say that we wanted, let's do another page. Let's make a landing. Okay, got our 404, not found. So if I do Flask make view landing, and then just do -R and then -C for controller, and you can combine all that into RC, or you can do CR, however you remember it. If you do this, you're going to get exactly the same thing. So it does tell you that it inferred it. It's thinking, look at that, bam, we have wired up a entire new view, and that would have taken time. I mean, this is a very simple command to write, and for that, it adds your route right like that, add your controller method to your controller class, and then it builds your template file. And right now we've just talked about making with no dots. In the next video, I'll talk about that nested structure. It gives you even more flexibility.